Hi everybody, welcome to Donna Flame Brain. This is my channel, obviously talking about everything to do with brain injury and more involving my condition called limbic encephalitis. So hopefully you guys have watched the last video, which was sort of like a disclaimer introduction video to this channel. Sort of says everything, to be honest. I'd like to thank you all for your support, for those who've watched it, those who've subscribed, those who've liked, and the shout outs in the comments. Kind of give the sort of warning that during these videos I'm going to forget what I'm saying, I might swear, I might repeat myself and those sort of things. Hopefully not too much, but hopefully those who are here because obviously you're either my friends who want to catch up, or you're someone who might be worried about you're either going through the same thing, or you're a carer for somebody going through the same thing, or maybe it's you. Maybe you have a problem with your brain that you're finding it hard to explain, and hopefully if one good thing comes out of this, that is me helping you understand certain symptoms. But I want to give a warning again that a lot of the symptoms relating to encephalitis, all sorts of encephalitis, are definitely similar to loads of other conditions that you might be, or someone might be suffering. So it's important to do your own research, look things up for yourself, and obviously talk to a doctor if you're concerned or worried, because obviously I'm not professional. I'm just doing this to help myself, and again, like I said, help those out there who possibly are kind of, going through this as well. Okay, so right, I'm going to start off with talking about talking through something I've put together to kind of explain limbic encephalitis, and I'll be chipping in as well to kind of personalize it to how it's kind of how it's related to my journey and how I've got to where I am now. I will be on my phone again. Actually, I kind of like to play music while I'm doing this, because sometimes I might buffer. That means that because my processing speed in that, I might take a while to remember what I was going to say. And if there's some nice music in the background, why not? Anybody who knows me from my other life will know that I used to do radio show and stuff, so I love selective music. So hopefully you'll like these songs and it'll help you stick with me. Okay, so here we go. Right, so this is a kind of bit of a summary. Okay, if I do look all over the screen and stuff, it's because I keep forgetting where to look. I'm still very new at this, okay? So, and again, I promise you these videos will get better. So, limbic encephalitis represents a group of autoimmune conditions characterized by inflammation of the limbic system and other parts of the brain. So, with mine is limbic encephalitis because it does affect the limbic part of the brain. The white fuzzy stuff that I showed you on the last video, that shows the inflammation, and that's how my brain has been affected. Now, no matter what treatment, which I will go into treatment, I have, the effects of the inflammation will still sort of be there. Okay, but again, there's ways to adjust and adapt to that if you're positive minded and if you want to. So, the cardinal sign of limbic encephalitis is severe impairment of short-term memory. However, symptoms may also include confusion, psychiatric symptoms, and seizures. So before I got diagnosed with this, there was a lot of things that again was kind of being crossed with other stuff. For example, I was having, the end of 2015, 2016, I was having problems with my arm. Really, really bad pain in my arm, like as if somebody was like trying to cut my arm off. It was awful. It was like proper bone pain. So my doctor sent me off to see a rheumatologist, that's it. And they were looking into certain things like arthritis and all of that sort of thing. That was down Cardiff Royal Infirmary. They were lovely down there, but we established that he didn't think that there was anything like that. I knew that my doctor was sort of going down lupus and other autoimmune things, which I never had a clue at the time. But luckily for me, it was nothing like that. Well, say lucky. So the only thing that the guy was going to do for me down there was put me on some sort of medication, which like was a nerve suppressant to help with the pain. But even then, the stuff that they give you makes you put on crazy weight, which, I mean, going by what these steroids have done, I had no idea. I would have just, would have been useless because they wouldn't have helped me. But at the time, I was just so thinking, superficially, like, I can't have that medication in it. But I'm telling you, I'm learning now that staying alive is more important than, crazy weight gain. I'm trying to convince myself anyway. I'm trying not to make it a problem. Obviously, it is with me. They talk about moon face and all these kind of things, but I promise you I'm adapting and I'm getting there, okay? So, so when it says about the psychiatric things here, what I get is, not all the time, but what I can get, obviously depending on like how kind of severe, or if I'm on a flare up, or like, I mean today now was like right now it's 3:12 in the morning, so sometimes having like sleepless nights like this or insomnia can cause certain, well, your mind to play tricks on you and stuff. So no, I don't know how far or serious, like, you know, my kind of hallucinations goes, but what I was experiencing just quickly was I'd sort of see the barbecue on fire, like smoke, or I'd see like a white dog in my garden. Sometimes I'll be like, guys, come and see this quick. Or another thing, which was the most scariest thing actually, was I was outside my front door, and there's a path that goes past, and it's really, really lucky that I know that these things kind of, I didn't even know how I know these things are real, but I kind of, I can't explain it. Anyway, what happened was this guy was walking past, and he was a real man, but as he come kind of directly in front of me on the pavement, I sort of had a vision of him running towards me, like proper running at me. This might sound really bizarre, but to me it was the most realist thing in the world, and he's running at me so fast, and I stood up, and it was kind of like a fight or flight sort of feeling in my body. And I know that I feel so sorry for anybody who's going through any form of psychosis or schizophrenia or something, because if I didn't know this was real, I easily could have attacked him. And, you know, not sounding hard or anything, I've never had a fight in my life, but I reacted to it, really physically reacted to it, which is really, really scary. So I'll talk to you in my next video about like other kind of treatments and therapies I'm going for, like, because right now I'm sort of seeing a neuropsychiatrist to help with those symptoms and things, and we're looking more into memory and things and what can happen. I'm going to be having, you know, good few more assessments and things. Psychosis, symptoms, seizures. So again, I was talking about my arm and stuff. Now, what I didn't realise at the time was the pain I was having in my arm was actually muscle sort of pain from spasms and sort of seizures I was having in my arm. Is the name for the sort of seizures you get. Again, you know, if I'm not able to put names and stuff down, please comment, please inbox me, and I can get you all the proper factual information that you need. I don't want to throw words out there and stuff, and you guys take my word as gospel, and you think, oh gosh, you know, that happened to me. But I want to be careful here, because like I said, you know, you have to be careful of any brain sort of condition because of why I said things do cross over. But what I want you to do is, if you think anything kind of does relate to you, please do your research. Please look to see, you know, how you can get tests and stuff. I do talk about my tests and stuff, but people get diagnosed so many different ways, and I have been very, very lucky. Again, I'll go into that. So diagnosis, there's loads of tests you will have. Lumbar punctures, I've had loads of them, really, really bloody painful. MRI scans, the MRI scans, CT scans, kind of brain imaging, obviously, to see what's going on underneath the skull into the brain. Now, the thing is with limbic encephalitis is that obviously I got an antibody attacking that part of my brain, but what they were worried about in the beginning, because what's common with this is that the reason why the antibody attacked my brain is because really it should be attacking a tumour. So when I was having scans and stuff on my pelvis and spine and chest, I was really confused, thinking, wait a minute, what I have is memory problems and things. And I mean, this comes far later to how I get there, but I'm talking about this tumour risk now. You know, they didn't tell me that they're looking for a tumour now. Now, what they had found is sort of like tumour markers and stuff, which suggests there's a tumour, but there's no tumour they can find. They've checked everything, because what's normally common with this, if there is a tumour with encephalitis, will be ovarian cancer, lung cancer, and then with men sometimes testicular cancer. So they've tried everything looking, but they can't find anything. Now, both my parents have passed away, and I believe in angels, and I really believe that I got two angels on my shoulder, and they're not going to find a tumour whatsoever. And that's not being in denial, that's just me being positive. Like, the whole thing about depression and stuff in here, I've got a huge positive mental attitude. Anybody, again, who knows me, I'm always going to try and find a positive within any situation. When we sit in little pity parties and stuff, I'm always going to try and find a solution. Obviously, there's not always a solution, but within this, like I said, if I'm to help anybody, then that's a positive. There is going to be one. I'm not trying to change the world of anybody with encephalitis, but I'm just trying to go back to that point. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just talking you through my experiences and hoping that it might help. So I went to the doctors because I was having memory problems throughout my work and stuff. I work delivering used to work delivering workshops and stuff, and what I found was I was having major problems with spelling, writing on the board and all those kind of things. Also, I was having problems with maths and money. So if I went to the shop, I would, if something cost me 90 pence, I might give a £20 note instead of trying to count up the money. I was making adaptations and things. I was trying to, make my life easier, realising, okay, there's a problem here. Now, this was the end of 2015, beginning 2016, and my father passed away in 2014. So easily my doctor could have said, oh, bereavement, stress, grief, all of those things. But luckily enough, through the examination, we was able to determine that I needed to have further tests and to see a neurologist, and that's how I've got to where I am now. CT scan showed global atrophy. We had to go down the route of why is calling that. I had HIV tests, syphilis tests, every single test in the world. They asked me, how could this be? Why is your brain shrinking? I'm like, oh God, I could have told you my brain was shrinking already, but making a joke. But they kind of wanted me to realise how serious it was. And at the time, I didn't realise how serious it was. I wasn't really ready to find anything wrong, if that makes sense. So I went for a CT scan, got the result of that, waited for a neurologist, took weeks and bloody weeks. From there, we found out that I had the brain inflammation. That's the fuzzy white stuff I was on about in the limbic area, which they determined was causing all the memory problems and all those kinds of stuff I was talking about. Now, forgetting my son's name took me to the doctors, calling a chair dog took me to the doctors. These are all like kind of semantic, name losses and all this kind of stuff, which was so frustrating. I knew it was wrong. Forgetting my way, not going to work, but driving around. I was outreach worker, so driving from like work to another location, I'd have to pull up and think, bloody hell, where am I going? Forget the physical body pains and stuff. I have jaw pain, neck pain, sometimes find it hard to swallow, general aches and pains, like for example, like with the treatment I take, I'm on steroids to help the inflammation, to bring the inflammation down. Started off on 12 a day. Now I'm down to 4 because every month I go down by 2. And these are the tablets that help with the seizures. And the seizures affect, what I get is spasm stuff in the arm, not too bad though. Not as bad as, seizures that I've witnessed, family members and that. But I also get like a tick sort of tightening in my face. I stay conscious though, thank God. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. I've never had a massive seizure. And so that is very, very lucky, but I'm medicated now, so obviously they kind of caught it early. Like I said, crazy, crazy lucky. So where I am now is I'm getting medicated, I'm on a level, I'm on a good basis. I have many, many problems every day, mainly the memory loss. The worst thing is sometimes standing up and not knowing where you're going, not knowing what to do, sit down, stand up, cry, shout, scream. Those are the scary things. Like I keep looking down here now because I got notes and notes and notes. I wanted to keep on a track, but I haven't. So a lot of this will have to be put into the next video if you're going to stick with me. I hope you do, because I got so much stuff to share with you, and also like this will get more fun. All I wanted to do was get this video out the way so that we can move on to the fun stuff, which is basically, even though I do have like, really, really bad symptoms and problems, we have a laugh, like I said before. The word changes I make, the kind of sentences I put together, the funny things I do, the risky behaviour. That's not always funny, it is scary sometimes, things I do. Again, I'll journal that, I'll kind of tell you the kind of things I get up to. But one thing about me is the personality change, and that's why I keep myself more to myself. I don't see friends very much because it's hard to explain a lot of the time why I'm repeating questions, or I'm asking the same thing over and over and over again. Not that my friends would mind, I suppose. I know that it's my choice. If I wanted to see anybody, I know I could see them, hopefully anyway. I know that's true. I wouldn't put this on anybody. If I wanted to see a friend, it'd be basically to have a laugh, innit? There's no point dwelling on things. This is happening to me. It's not going to go away for a while. But, my plan is to get on there. So, all these symptoms and stuff, I went through tests, I got diagnosed. Right now I'm at a place where I got things, like I said, things that's really do my head in, literally do my head in. So moving forward, I'm going to be basically, I got some reviews to do. As this is one of them, funnily enough, I want to talk to you about what happens when I go there. Oh, we'll film some of it, because I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I'm particularly, generally friendly, but what happens in Asda's now is I get very, very frustrated. It's with the lights, the people, the music. all the aisles, not being able to find anything. I get really frustrated. Like, or sometimes I do crazy stuff like Halloween. You know, we had pumpkins and we were like rolling them down the aisles and stuff, which, you know, we had dirty looks for that. But it was fun. But yeah, I mean, even when I go to self-service in there, I find it really hard to, you know, get my head around certain things. And also, if I go to a till and the person's chat. Now, before I used to love that. I'd spend all day at the Asda's till, seriously, just having a good chat about just nothing. But now it just does my head in. And I'm not very good at not saying it. So I might just say, look, love, you know, just, you know, I won't say shut up, but I might say, you know, I know you're for conversation. I might say something, you know, not very nice. And again, if someone's talking to me like a friend or something and I lose track of what I'm saying, rather than saying, oh, you know, sorry, love, you know, I've lost what you were saying, I'm straight up saying, look, I'm got a clue what you're on about. I really don't know what you're saying, you know, and it just comes out really kind of straight. So, you know, in danger of upsetting somebody, I find it easier right now just to chill. And obviously with these disclaimers and warnings, if anybody does want to hang out with me, that's fine. But, you know, I might offend you, but as long as you know, that's why I want to do these videos anyway. So on to the next video. It'll be coming soon. I try to do these as much as I can. Obviously, it won't be every day, it won't be too often, only because of, you know, I get good days and bad days. And today, this morning, I felt like, you know what, let me get this one out of the way so that we can talk more about what happens with me in a funny way, but not sitting here again in my office, dining room, whatever, talking at you. I want to take the camera outside. I want to have a laugh. I want to just, yeah, show you out and about, reviewing shops, go to town, maybe some people watching, I don't know, just anything. But I will be talking about, obviously, this condition as we go along, things I find out, things that help me, that might help you, might help your carer, and all of those things, right? Again, in descriptions and stuff, I talk more about what this channel is all about. So let me just quickly look at this to see if I've mentioned everything. There's things I haven't mentioned, like, you know, more so like, you know, gone into the children, how they coping, gone into, you know, my dog, how she's helping amazingly. Getting a therapy dog, I really recommend it. Hard work, but, you know, you have to kind of function. I will talk more about the kind of aches and pains stuff, but that's generally, without trying to moan, I'll kind of just be going into how I'm feeling. And again, if you can relate, you know, tests and appointments and stuff. I've got a massive one coming up soon with the neuropsychiatrist. I haven't gone into that much, but nothing to worry about. It's mainly about helping with my memory and sleep and all this kind of stuff, because obviously I'm not sleeping right now. I do sleep a lot though. Sometimes I sleep, and sometimes I don't sleep at all, like now. So I think that's everything I'm going to mention to you right now about limbic encephalitis. I hope that's got you up to date where I can start moving forward, like I said, and talk less about, well, obviously talk about encephalitis, but more about coping, how I'm coping, and all of those kind of hopefully good stuff. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, please support, please give your love. This is very important for me. It helps me kind of keep my brain busy, which again, we look into brain training, we look into memory games, things that work. If you're living with this condition, suffering, struggling, please let me know that you're, you know, somebody who is, so that, you know, we can maybe start a community and talk back and forth, or you can tell me what you want me to add, or any questions about how I'm coping. We can discuss treatment plans, whatever you want to. Again, that goes for anybody who's caring for somebody with this, or a family member of somebody with this, or just particularly nosy. I want to know what I'm up to, okay? So thank you for this video. Excuse me for licking my lips a lot. This medication is bloody horrible. Not just the pain, but the dry mouth and that. So hope that doesn't annoy you too much. It gets better, okay? So I'd like to wish you good night, good morning, wherever you are. And I'll catch you back soon. Thank you, guys.